Okay, so this is kind of where you start out from if you're just to open the program. Um, New score. So what I can do here is I can add whatever type of instrument that I want. Let's just, for the heck of it, say that I'm going to add an acoustic guitar. Um, and but I'm not going to add tablature yet. Um, and I'm going to go next. Okay, and this is where I pick out the key that I'm wanting, just for the heck of it. Say G. Um, let's say I'm going to do 6/8 timing, and I want the eighth notes to be worth, sure, 120, I guess. Um, this is how many measures you start out with. Usually, when I'm doing a song, I start out with like around 100, and then I can always delete the ones that I don't need afterwards. But and you can always add them later. We will just call this nice little song "Blah" by Dan Jackson. Um, I usually put, for me, I put the subtitle um, as the instrument that I'm doing. So in this case, rhythm guitar. Um, Done. Okay, sets it up for me. Now I have a preset thing that it puts this down here. I'm not going to go through that, but from there I can add the various notes, and um, I guess I shouldn't technically do that because it's 6/8 timing, but anyways. Okay, so there's that. And so that's your various notes. Now, if for guitar, for those who are on guitar, um, let's just say you wanted to add strumming patterns. What you would do is you put a set of notes in, and then you'd go up to the top where it says tools, and you'd put toggle rhythmic slash notation, and then it can put them into for strumming patterns. And let's just say now, in my case, I've kind of ordered these. I've There are some of them I've already put on the side, but some of them I specifically custom put, like drums, guitar. So in my case, I'm going to go to guitar, and I'm going to put this in. And so then it gives the chord picture of the C chord on guitar. And if I want to modify things, I will, anything, by the way, I go up to properties, and that's probably where you're going to find whatever you want for modifying it. So in this case, I'm going to put that I want the finger numbers shown, and there I can have the finger numbers shown with that. If it's like ukulele, then I can just modify to only wanting 4 strings or whatever, um, stuff like that. So all your modifications come in here. Um, when I have things like where I want the same thing played in from the last bar, I have repeats and jumps. So there's like a repeat bar sign. There's also a repeat 2-bar sign here where it kind of combines them both together. And so anyway, there's that. And then there's, of course, if you look, you could do it from the repeats and jumps, but if you go to bar lines as well, there's also the repeat bar lines and your various other types of bar lines, double bar lines, final bar lines, all the rest of them. If there's ever something you don't find, you always go to more. to find it. And if you really can't find any, like something, you're like, okay, this should be here. What you do is you go up to View Master Palette, and I hope is that actually on the screen? Hopefully it is. And this basically gives everything and anything that you would ever want, stuff that you probably would not use in 100 years, but it's possible. Um, and yeah, all tons of just different things, all this kind of stuff. And then symbols has its own thing, so you can just like, yeah, you can just scroll down, and there are just absolutely tons of symbols that most of them I'll have no idea what in the world they mean. Um, but that's just if there's stuff that you don't really know. And then what you can do is you can click on them and you can drag them to these ones on the side if it's something that you're going to use quite often. Okay, so what's 15 here? Now, so we've got our clefs for all sorts of uses. We've got our key signatures that if we want to change them, time signatures. If you want to create your own time signature where it's not listed, you can just go to More and then create time signature, and then create whatever time signature you want. Tempo has all the stuff, your kind of classical tempo stuff, and then your more modern accidentals. So you can put it on from here, or you can put it on from the top of the screen. All of them up there. You've got up here, you've also got your ties and your slurs, and marcato, accents, tenuto, and staccato, different articulations and things. You've got your dynamics here. So if I want to crescendo over a period of time, I just have to select the number of bars, and you just have to click on a bar and basically hold shift down and then crescendo, and it will add in all to the necessary bars that you want it for. If there's something that is not like that, but you want it to happen over a period of time, what you would most likely do is go to lines and then go to something like staff or system. And then, so it just says staff here, right? So this is where, you have something you want to modify how it looks, or something like this. So that's where you go to properties, text. You can put whatever you want. I don't know, build over time. And you can here go to style. Let's say I want the line to look more like this. And there you go. So I use a lot of this in my when I'm making piano kind of stuff. If I want them to kind of be creative, I might this is something I might use in where I want them to kind of do a lot of broken chords over a period of time, but I don't want to tell them exactly what to play. I want them to be creative with it. So something that I will put on here for piano is I will actually put in broken chords, and then stuff like that. So little messages that you can tell. Of course, you can also have, in this case for guitar, let's just say that you wanted the regular notation but you also wanted it in, um, you wanted it to mirror in tablature. So what you would go to is instruments, and you kind of click this down, and then you have, here, you click on the settings, create a linked staff. So basically everything will be mirrored into something else. So right now it's mirrored exactly as you wrote it. And then you change this to, um, tab, and then it gives exactly the different things that you want as they would appear on guitar. Um, Now let's just say that there's something that you want to add, like a picture or something like that, even into this whole thing. What you can do is you can go to layout. So this is something I use a lot, and I have insert vertical frame. Where is it here? Didn't come up. There we go. Insert vertical frame. What I can do with this is I can actually take a picture. Like, let's just say I'm going to, in this case, if I can find it really super quick, what I'll want to do for my students in piano is I want to put what the chord looks like. So I will drag the picture of the chord and stick it right in there. Of course, this is a first inversion A chord, but and then I can, I put the finger numbers and stuff on the bottom. Now this is spaced awfully far from here, so that's a properties kind of thing again. So I want gap above. I actually am going to put it to negative 5.5, and then in my case, and that's because that's a number I use quite regularly, and then it brings it way up, and I can increase gap below, different things. If there's specific text that I want to add into it, well, that would be where I'd select the bar and then insert text frame, and then I can write whatever I want to write here, and then it will just come here, and yeah. Next thing, because I'm sorry, I'm trying to move through this quickly, is let's just say you want to add finger numbers, because that's quite a common thing. So what you would do is add, and then you go down to text fingering, and then you just have to put 1, 2, 3 or something like that, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. That's how you can add fingering, is add text fingering. You can add different things here, sticking chord symbols. Like if you don't want, say, the chord picture, but you want the chord name, that's where you can go to. I'm not going to go through shortcuts and stuff because that's what I use, but you can just put chord symbol and A minor or something like that, and it will actually play it if you want it to, and stuff. So trying to think of what else, various things that people would want. Okay, so none of you guys are drummers, but let's just for whatever reason say that you wanted to change the note head, okay, of how it looks for whatever reason. I don't know. So this is where again you go into, it's a properties thing, and then you can select the note head that you want to appear, and stuff. By default, obviously it does the circle. Or if you wanna create a ghost note for drums or something like that, you can put that little bracket around it, and then it will just do its thing. Stem here. So you got your different options. Beam. Let's just say for whatever reason you only wanted these two to be together, but not this one. So what you would do is you'd select this one, and then you'd select auto, or select from auto and go to the regular one, and then it comes off by itself. Um, and um, and stuff. So okay, what's another? Oh, words. So words for vocalists might be something that you would want. So what you would do is text lyrics. Okay. Hi, my name is what, and then you'd put, the dash for if it was another syllable in the same word, ever, um, and stuff like that. Um, and if this is something that we've slurred or whatever, we can just add the underneath the lines like that, and it will just go to the next one. Okay, so that is that is a huge chunk of information right there. So first of all, does anybody have any questions? Nobody's having any questions?
No, thanks for showing us that though. You're very knowledgeable with it. I've done a little bit, but I haven't used it a lot.
Okay.
But it's so cool all that you can do. My goodness.
Yeah, yeah. And there's just so much more than just that. It's just that is probably like that's probably everything that you would need to do for anything that I could think of. Um, oh, here's another thing um, that might, for whatever reason, come up. Let's just say that you wanted triplets. Okay. Um, what you want to do is you want to put the type of note that sums up all of the triplets. Like if I want eighth note triplets, I would put a quarter note, okay, and then I would go up to the top. I would go to add tuplets triplet. And then what it would do is it would subdivide it into three, and then I can just put the rest of the stuff there. So if you want quarter note triplets, for instance, then you put a half note, and then you go up and you go up to add triplets or tuplets, triplet, and then it will subdivide it into three quarter note triplets. And because that's just been a thing that you might want to do. Other than that, yeah, we've got our dynamics here. Articulations. This is all this stuff. Keyboard. Oh yeah, here's keyboard if you're looking for your sustain pedal. And yeah, different pauses and fermatas and stuff. I don't think if you happen to want two measures and they're both on different lines, you would select both of the measures, and then you would select this one that looks like two arrows coming together, and then it would stick them on the same line. And if you really don't want a measure, or you want, there's a certain measure you want to be the last measure in a line, that's where you click on, in the layout, you click on system break, and then it sticks the measures, the next group of measures below, starting on the next line. You have page break here. So if you want it to go on to the next page, like if I want this one, and after that I want it to be the next page, then I just go on to page break, and then lo and behold, nothing below, but then we have the next page starting from there. So there's lots of little things that where you can arrange the layout, um, do the bar lines, all of this good stuff here. And of course, if you want as well, if you're in the middle of an exercise and you realize, oh, I want also, say, drums to appear, well, that's where you go to instruments, and then you go to add. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to put a large drum kit, and it puts the drum kit ahead. You can always kind of fiddle around and put it underneath, whatever, but yeah. Uh, if you even if you think something like this, that you don't want um, the full long name, you go to, oops, here, put on this page. Um, you can go to this where it's, I'm trying to think, it's, oh yeah, here, long instrument name, and then short instrument name. So if I just always want it to appear as guitar, then there it is. Oh, this is something. This is something that you might, for if you guys are doing like elementary kids who are just beginning, and you want the note name in the note head. Okay, what you would want to do is you'd want to select it, wherever it is, or a group of bars. You go to measure. Is it measure properties? No, it's not measure properties. It is, should be staff or part properties. Um, there it is, staff part properties. And this is where you can go to advanced style properties. You go to it, it says note head scheme, pitch names. And then apply. Always go to apply before you hit OK. And then it sticks B, A, C, B, A, F sharp, all the note names inside of the note heads. And that's what I use for my, kind of like kindergarten grade 1 students, just to help them get more knowledgeable, where they're putting their hands. Another thing is, if you have a pickup measure, where you're not, well, you all know what a pickup measure is. I don't need to explain it. That's where you go to measure properties, and it says, so in this little box right here, do you guys see that measure properties for measure 1? Or do you see that at all? I don't know if you see it because it's, okay. Let me try it again. Oh, okay. Do you see it now? There's a little pop-up window.
No, it doesn't show.
Doesn't show. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop share. I'm gonna try to go to the window itself.
I'm sorry, Dan. Is this almost finished, or how many more minutes you think you have?
Yeah. This is the last thing. So
Okay.
this is the window that pops up. It says measure properties for measure 1, and so nominal meaning this is the regular time signature, but I only actually want 2/8 notes showing, a 2/8 note pickup, and then apply, and then sorry, sure. here. And then as you can see, it only has the 2/8 notes in that first measure. Also, one more thing that a few more things that I need to share is you can also stick various things above certain notes. So let's just say that you have this little piece, I don't know, and you want to tell something to the user. Like for instance, sometimes I'll put something like the time when it happens in a song. So like so you push Command T or Control, I think, if it's a Windows computer, and you can put whatever you want, little text, little bits above the note. So I'll just put this happens at 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, something like that. That's Command T or Control T. And then also what you can do is with regards to different parts of the song, let's just say this is intro. You can press Command M or Control M and stick intro. Now you can still do the same thing by insert text rehearsal mark, those kinds of things, or the staff text for what I do is I press Control or Command T, but so you can still do it with the text. But let's just say this is now the verse, and it happens at 3 minutes or something like that. I don't know. You can just stick little things above that. You can also stick like if you have things like I'm going to fill or toggle rhythmic slash. If you have things where you want, like say choke strumming, you can go, or sorry, not choke strumming, palm muting. You can go to the PM option and you can find that, and then it'll put that in, and it'll know what to do. So I hope that clears up any further issues. I usually also put for guitar, I put things like down or something, down, up, down, just so they know where they're strumming. And then I can take this and I can select similar on staff, so it selects all of them. And then of course I want to create it so that it is above the notes. So then I will offset it. Negative means kind of higher. As funny as that sounds, higher on the page because it's anyway. And so I can have it like that. Yeah. So hopefully that is a little bit more help to you. Thanks so much for watching this video.